Simplicity is power. A story inspired by Buddha. Long ago, in the serene lands of India, there lived a young prince named Siddhartha Gautama, who would later be known as Buddha. Siddhartha was born into luxury and privilege, surrounded by wealth and comfort in the magnificent palace of his father, King Suddhodana. The king spared no effort in shielding his son from the harsh realities of life, ensuring Siddhartha only experienced joy and abundance. Despite his lavish surroundings, Siddhartha often felt a strange emptiness in his heart. He wondered if life had a deeper meaning beyond the pleasures of the palace. One day, with a deep yearning for truth, he convinced his charioteer Channa to take him beyond the palace walls. What he witnessed outside profoundly changed him. First, he saw an old man, frail and hunched, struggling to walk. Siddhartha asked Channa, "What is this?" Channa replied, "This is old age, a stage of life we all must face." Next, they encountered a sick man, groaning in pain. Siddhartha asked, "What is wrong with this man?" Channa explained, "This is sickness, something no one can avoid." Finally, Siddhartha saw a funeral procession with grieving people carrying the body of the dead. Horrified, he asked, "What has happened to this man?" Channa solemnly said, "This is death, the fate of all living beings." These encounters left Siddhartha deeply troubled. He realized that no amount of wealth or comfort could protect anyone from the suffering of life. Determined to find a way to end this suffering, he decided to leave the palace and renounce his princely life. One night, while everyone slept, Siddhartha quietly departed, leaving behind his family, his wealth, and his titles. The quest for truth. Siddhartha began his journey as a wandering ascetic, seeking wisdom from sages and practicing extreme self discipline. He fasted for days, meditated in isolation, and subjected himself to severe austerities. His body grew frail, and his mind became clouded with exhaustion. Despite all this, the truth he sought eluded him. One day, while sitting under a tree by the river, Siddhartha overheard a musician teaching his student how to tune a stringed instrument. The musician said, "If the string is too tight, it will break. If it is too loose, it will not play. Balance is key." These words struck Siddhartha deeply. He realized that neither extreme luxury nor extreme austerity was the path to enlightenment. Instead, balance and simplicity were the way. The middle path, Siddhartha abandoned his severe practices and focused on a simple yet profound path. He accepted a bowl of rice from a kind villager, restoring his strength, and sat beneath a Bodhi tree, vowing not to rise until he discovered the truth. For days he meditated deeply, confronting his fears, desires, and illusions. Finally, on a full moon night, Siddhartha attained enlightenment. He became the Buddha, the awakened one. Buddha realized that life's suffering stemmed from attachment and desire, and the way to end this suffering was through the Eightfold Path, a path of ethical living, mindfulness, and wisdom. He saw that simplicity was not just about having less, but about letting go of what complicates the mind and heart. Teaching simplicity. After his enlightenment, Buddha traveled across the land, sharing his insights with people from all walks of life: kings, merchants, farmers, and beggars. He lived a simple life, wearing a humble robe and carrying only a bowl for alms. His teachings resonated with many because they were rooted in simplicity and clarity. One day, a wealthy merchant came to Buddha and said, "I have everything: gold, jewels, fine clothes, but I am not at peace. How can I find true happiness?" Buddha smiled and replied, "True happiness is not found in possessions, but in simplicity. Let go of your attachment to wealth, and you will find peace." The merchant followed Buddha's advice, simplifying his life and using his wealth to help others. In doing so, he discovered the joy and contentment he had been seeking, the power of simplicity. Buddha's life itself was a testament to the power of simplicity. By renouncing his princely life and embracing a simple existence, he gained clarity, strength, and wisdom. He taught that simplicity frees the mind, allowing it to focus on what truly matters: compassion, mindfulness, and inner peace. As Buddha once said, a disciplined mind brings happiness. And discipline, he believed, begins with simplicity. In time, millions of people across the world would draw inspiration from Buddha's teachings, realizing that simplicity is not a weakness, but a profound source of power. It is in simplicity that we find freedom, and in freedom we find the strength to live with purpose and joy. Thus, the story of Buddha reminds us that simplicity is not just a way of life, it is the path to true power and peace.